Hey everybody, Ben here. It's Wednesday, it's WIP Wednesday. Every week we get together and we have a look at what everybody has been hobbying on. So if you are working on something cool that you want to share with our community, drop us an email at theboneheadpodcast@gmail.com, and hopefully, if I don't miss it, because we get quite a lot of emails, we can have a look together at the great hobby bits that you guys have been working on. So we've got a ton of stuff to get through today, which is fantastic. Clearly everyone's been very busy over the Easter break, so let's get to it. First up, we've got Nicholas again. Hey Nicholas. Hello Ben. No Blood Bowl team painted this time, although I have picked up and primed a Dark Elf team. Nice. They're a bit fiddly to build, but they're not the worst. Trying to figure out a nice colour scheme and a team name for the elves. You cannot go wrong with some kind of purple for Dark Elves, but I don't know. Have a look at Blood Bowl 2. The team colours are actually quite cool on there. This week's hobbying has been focused on 40k stuff, padding out my Orc army. Nice. I've been working on some orcs actually, just random Battlefleet Gothic ships. So orcs. My local hobby shop has got some boxes of Ghazghkuls and I felt compelled to pick one up. This guy is chunky. Trying to paint him as close to the box art as I could. Looking forward to seeing what else everybody has been working on this week. Keep up the good work, Nicholas. Nicholas, talking of good work, let's have a look at your Ghazghkul. So this model is incredible. It's a chunky boy. Hey, look at this. You've got tribal markings on the claws. You've gone for some checker patterns on the left there with damage. That is subtle. That is really subtle. I like that. That's very cool. Nice job on the base. This model is massive. Like, it's great fun. They did him justice. Now, I like the classic model, but they did this one real justice. And he's huge, man. Great work on the skull as well. And a bit of verdigris, rust. There's some lovely painting techniques in here, Nicholas. This is fantastic. You'll have to send us a picture of the rest of the Orc army, because that is awesome. And we've got some more awesome orcs here. It's Oscar. Hey, here are the Black Orc team, the Hammertown Hooligans, or Bajensvin, as they would be known in Swedish. Sorry, I'm not Swedish. Went for a different colour scheme than the standard greenskins. Hope you like it. So let's have a look here. I do like it. That's really interesting. Right, first of all, love the armor colours. I love the work you've put in to add like varying shades on that green, but let's have a look at this skin. First of all, great job with the skin tone. Those eyes are horrifying, which is brilliant. Love the classic Blood Bowl, blood splatter everywhere, but actually orcs with human-ish skin is really unsettling, especially with their beady red eyes. This is really cool. Nice work on the kind of stains and everything on the clothes. And I really do like the clear bases. And more classic Blood Bowl gore. Fantastic. The goblins, though, are the weirdest. It's like a bunch of armoured house elves. Like, very terrifying. I've been working on mine as well. And I went more classic with the green. But these miniatures are fantastic. And this is a great job, Oscar. Team looks fantastic. Alright, here we go. We've got some cool stuff here. JP, hey Ben, hope everything's going well. We're getting near to playing some tabletop action now, but your videos are helping to fill the gap. Brilliant, thanks JP. Anyway, at the moment I'm working on two teams, the Reikland Royals and the Big Red Machines. The Royals will be putting double duty as vanilla humans or Imperial Nobility. Nice, love dual purpose teams here. So, this must be the Big Red Machines, I take it? Look at this with the dots. That looks like one half of the Bright Crusaders armor from 2nd edition. That's fantastic. Right, red skin on Snotlings just works really well. Ooh, guys, we've got a converted pump wagon on the right here. That is a really cool way. I'm loving to start seeing some of the conversions that people are doing pump wagons. I converted one of mine, but that's more out of ease than anything else. But it is really cool to see different configurations. It looks like they've just used the barrel underneath there. I don't know, that's clever. These ogres are brilliant though. It looks like they've got Lizardman accoutrement put on, which is absolutely fantastic. This team is wicked. Love the little dude in the barrel with a wrench. That team's going to look awesome. I love the red flesh tone. Really, really cool. So these guys must be the Reikland Royals. I love it. We're seeing a load of these teams with the feathers taken off. And they look really solid. So I am on board. And it's a really lovely scheme. Well done painting all the little bits in the middle. I haven't quite got to that yet. That is really cool. that team is going to look fantastic. And talking of fantastic teams, David Spence. Hey Ben, the Punga Pirate team is starting to take shape. The team is now called the Degenerates. Nice to keep the DX theme. I've been adding bottles, skulls and rope to the bases to make them good and piratey. David, are you picking up the dwarves from Punga? They are a very cool team. A very cool team indeed. A little bit small, but the Death Roller is a chunky boy. Absolute massive miniature. Really cool. I'm working on making the runners and blitzers modular by gluing magnets into the arms and bodies to show the mutations. Fantastic. I'm really pleased with how they've turned out so far. I've sent pictures of the runner with big hand and blitzer with claw. And the magnets are strong enough to just add on an extra head or arm onto a shoulder where needed. They're really secure and quick to swap over. Nice. I've not been able to find a way to make modular horns though. That seems fair. I think that might be a blue tack job. Despite having a set of horn heads, the heads of the runners are all attached. Yeah, they are actually. It's because they're all side on. I can add a second head with horns, but not a single one. So if you or any of you viewers have ideas, I'd really appreciate it. Well, I feel bad saying blue tack now, but maybe blue tack if you need that. But look at this, man. This is absolutely beautiful. You know I'm a huge Skaven fan, and you know I'm a huge Punga fan, so this is wicked. But that black colour with the green edging, like the green trim, is fantastic. Solid black, great blend on the skin, and wonderful little bits and bobs on the bases. I love the nameplates. Those are the Warg name ones, aren't they? Really, really, really cool. And this is a great scheme. This team's must look fantastic. Is that just a MDF base with like balsa on? Because that looks solid. Looks really solid. Ah, right, here we go. Cool. Great like fish tones on the giant arm, on the giant hand. But that is a really cool swap. So there's the blitzer. And I love the colours. And there's the claw. And it's a crab claw. And it looks like a crab claw. This team is gorgeous, man. Absolutely awesome stuff, David. Thank you for sharing. Dustin, here we go. 12 work days of catching up with me. Got minor details done, scythe logo done, and attempted scythe blades on the helmet. Alright, let's have a look here at... Oops, have I... Yep, no. Lost my window. Right, we've got some awesome Necro here. I think... Yeah, look at this. Right, the scythe logo is so cool. Just as a concept, I think it was used loads in like the 90s in like... Epic 40k and Adeptus Titanicus and stuff, so it just pops really, really, really well. Oh, look at the skin tones. Love the blue skin mixed in, and there's the side logo as well. Alright, anybody who is trying to paint their own logos gets extra points, Dustin, so that's brilliant. Smooth moves, Paladin. Hey, Mike. Hey Ben, love the podcast. This is my wife's Grebo Cutimal Vampire team. Last June, my wife got me back into Blood Bowl. We played a game with the old 4th edition box set and have a monthly Blood Bowl game since. That is fantastic. We've updated to the 2020 edition and she hates Animal Savagery and misses Bloodlust. Yeah, thought that might happen. I don't know. I think we'll come back around with Animal Savagery. I think it's going to come around. This is the first team she's painted by herself, and I think she's done a really good job. Here's a special thank you to all the wives and girlfriends that play Blood Bowl. Absolutely. Tiff plays 7 with me every now and again, and she's going to play Cursed City when it lands this weekend, which is very cool. Oh, this is brilliant. Look at this. That is fantastic. Right. I love it. I think she's done a great job. Good job with the nose and getting all the different patches of skin in. Yeah, really cool. That is a really cool team. And props for playing Vampire, because they are tricky. So that's awesome, Mike. And say awesome job to the wife as well. Stephen knows. Stevie K, how you doing? I'm back, baby, he says. Hey guys, I fell off the face of the earth with work. Yeah, it happens. And honestly, Blood Bowl burnout. But after a break, I'm starting on my alignment for my Chaos Pact team, Wasteland United. This team has won 2 seasons on BB2. I use Chaotic Pact with the same positionals, just with Beastmen as linemen. That's a solid team. Now they're making their tabletop debut. I want to do majority textured bases, so they are balancing for the most part. I love the other way. We'll have a look at that in a second. Right, so got a couple of Underworld and Warcry bands here. So I guess the question is this Pact? It is Pact. Is that the thrower, Stephen? Because there's mixed reviews on the thrower. I think there's potential for usefulness when it comes to getting the leader reroll in there. But anyway, this is looking really, really cool. Great conversions. I love to see miniatures from outside of Blood Bowl repurposed for Blood Bowl. But this is fantastic. He says, also, here's another painting project I completed this weekend. That is fantastic. This is the way. Brilliant stuff. Okay, now we've got something very cool here from Davin. The Flostian Maimgalors is a volatile fusion of ancestral enemies. Since time immemorial, dwarves and hobgoblins have competed to extract bloodstone from the lava tubes of the volcanic island of Floston until they uncovered the tomb at the Floston Paradise Leech Diva. To visitors, the island is a paradise, but exposure to the green mutagenic natural gas has left its mark on the natives. Okay, I think we've got a Chaos Dwarf team here with mutations. With trade came the sport of Blood Bowl, creating an even more entertaining way to execute criminals and the theocracy. Bull beetle riders and enslaved giant crabs round out the roster. Miniatures are Bloodstone Gnomes by Reaper Miniatures, Ghost Archipelago Tribals, and Crab by RNE Studio. How cool is this? So, solid theme straight off the bat, but oh, wow. These guys are awesome. Right, so the Bloodstone Gnomes by Reapers. These must be the Chaos guys. These must be the Chaos Dwarves. They are brilliant. They've even got big old Nagash hats, which is fantastic. That guy's got some tentacles going on in the background as well. So that's very cool. The Crab is a big boy, and that's fantastic. I think it's the Nautican team in Fumble. Really popular Secret League team from Under the Sea. Go and sing all the songs for that one. And they've got giant crabs, and this is a really cool miniature for that. And there's your bull centaurs. That's fantastic. So they must be Bloodstone Gnome beetle riders. That works really well. This is something I absolutely love. Actual glow-in-the-dark team there. That is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, team looks really cool, and I love the bit of theme behind it as well. That is a really cool project there. Smooth moves, Davin. That's really cool. Robert McPhillips. Hey, Ben. Enjoying the channel as always, especially as we get closer to be able to see other people and hopefully play some Blood Bowl tabletop, if I remember how to roll dice. I feel like if you've played Blood Bowl once, the dice will remember you, so don't worry too much about that. I thought I'd share a pretty early whip of my Snotling team display base called the Sneaky Sniggering Canigits. Brilliant. Translates over to Sneaky Sniggering Knights. Nice. Canigits taken from the French Knight's Mockery in Monty Python's Holy Grail. Man, I haven't seen that for probably about 20 years. I need to go watch that. The base still needs work with additions of pitch markings, mushrooms and white patches and an emblem once I can draw a Sniggering Mushroom. The posts are hopefully going to help have team banners hanging down and of course a variety of greens on the Sneaky Snotlings. Just unsure of the team colours but thinking red and blue or red and yellow. Interesting. Rob from Birmingham. Rob, this is awesome. I love this. Have you sculpted that base? Have you actually like sculpted and then scraped out the lines and everything? Because that is a ton of work. Superb job. Now we can't get quite a good shot of the goalposts in the background, but we're already starting to look really, really, really cool. So, colour-wise, I don't know, if they're going for a kind of knightly fashion, have a look at the Howling Griffins Space Marine chapter, because they kind of got that blue and yellow chivalric vibe about them. I think it's Howling Griffins. So maybe some like some check patterns or some quarter patterns to just chuck in the fact that they are kind of knighty, but awesome display base. There it is. That is so cool. Is that 3D printed or just actually made? That looks like it's been made. Have you whittled that down? Because that's fantastic. Right, love the team base. That is going to look absolutely brilliant. And the thing is with the Snotling team, because you need about 4 million players, it ends up being quite a big team base. That's fantastic, Rob. Alexander here. Hi there. Managed to finish my Black Orc team this week, which took longer than expected because I spent some time reposing the models. Fantastic. Here is a full team photo and a few pictures of the Black Orcs themselves. Still can't think of a name for these guys, so I'd love it if you had any suggestions. I watched the Cursed City podcast today, and despite not being able to get a box in the first round, I'm still very hyped if they put it up again. It is going up again. Not sure how soon, but it is. Hope you had a great Easter, Alex. Alex, thank you very much. Hope you had a great Easter, and thank you for watching the Cursed City. Love this. All right, black with purple chevrons. It's a very spidery theme, okay? It's a very spidery underground theme. So maybe go something like that, and then you can get cool little spider mascots or something. It's not very Black Orc, but anything works for anything. Team looks fantastic, solid colour choice. I like the pale purple, and looks like you've done a good job with the skin as well. Oh, I salute you, sir. Hand-drawn numbers on the back in the colour scheme of the team. That's fantastic. That's really good. That is really good, Alexander. Alex, it is Alex. Got to be careful with people's names. I don't like to get people's names wrong. They're important. Nice job, Alex. Okay, Hereward H. Hey, Bonehead's been slowly working on some stars over the last couple of weeks. The Willy Miniatures Hack Phlegm and slightly diminutive Glart Minis have a real retro charm to them. Although I definitely slacked off on cleaning up the metal, as they're pretty rough when it comes to mold lines and flash. Mold lines and flash, it really depends on you as the hobbyist. I know that to look the best you have to take them off, but these are models for a game. So if they look good to you, they are good to go. Still a fun project, and progress being made on Varag as well. All the major areas down, now just straps and metallics to go. Keep up the fine work, all the best, H. Talking of fine work, that is a really cool miniature. So this is Willy Miniatures Hack Phlegm. I love the goofy teeth. I love the paint scheme there. Red, purple with a splash of white. That suits a star player, I think. That is looking really, really cool. Varag. Oh, have you got like a have you got a paint scheme for stars? But the red and the white there, that is some bold white. Look at the edging on that. That is fantastic. Now, I do hope you're going to dirty him up a bit. It seems a shame, but that is lovely white, and great work on the bone there as well. Varag is looking really good. And there's the Glart. Alright. That is a cool miniature. It is a little bit smaller, I think, than Glart may want to be, but hey, size doesn't matter. And we got some stuff from Jay here now. Hey Ben, I've been away from the hobby, but back into it after finding my old Blood Bowl game. Fantastic, welcome back. Then found out Season 2 was released, so dive back in. Brilliant. Found your podcast on YouTube and like your work. Thank you very much. You convinced me to buy a few more teams. Yeah, that happens. Only the best throwers in the game. Nice. So that'll be a few teams then. So now I have 16 teams. Oh, fantastic job. I am sorry. So 16 teams. Okay, there's 29 teams. So you've got 13 to go. And then Fumble Secret teams. That is amazing. Here's some pictures of the first two I've recently finished. Keep up the good work, it's been inspirational, thank you. Also thought a Wendigo would be an awesome addition to the Norse team. Stunty with claws, maybe animal savagery. That's pretty cool actually. That would add a little bit flair to Norse. For a dwarf team, you could have mechanics to be dirty players for the dwarves, and or miners to make pit traps, along with the ones on the pitch. Or like extra hatches and things. That would be cool. Nurgle could have goblins on their team, but fragile. When they hit, they explode poison that could reduce the movement, or opponent has to armor roll. That's cool, Jay. That's brilliant. I love the homebrew rules there. Those are both kind of mechanics that lead to having a token or something on the pitch, and I think it's only a matter of time before Games Workshop goes that way. Whether it's Nobility trappers, miners, actually setting traps is a great one as well. And little like poison tokens and things to block squares. I think it's only a matter of time. Anyway, let's have a look at Jay's miniatures. So we've got Chaos on the go. Love Chaos. Okay, solid red scheme, absolutely brilliant. Welcome back to Blood Bowl. There's a whole box of good stuff up there. Look at that. There's there's Varag, I think. Is that Varag or the Ogre? One of the two. And you've gone for classic orcs, man. You cannot knock classic orcs. And a black and brown paint scheme as well. That is going to look really sharp. Are you going to yellowify that brown, or are you just going to make it really orky and grungy, Jay? That is wicked to see, and I cannot wait to see all 16 of your teams painted up. That is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Welcome back to the hobby. Is this Cooper? They think this is Cooper now. Finally had some time to hobby over Easter. Got a thrower, 2 bodyguards, a blitzer, and a linewoman done. Got to take advantage of any free time you get to pump them out. Absolutely. Onto the ogre next. Keep up the good work, everyone. Cooper. So I love this team. I love the mixture of blue and yellow. It just looks, a weird thing to say, it looks real worldy. Like if you look at halberdiers from like the 15th century or whatever. You know, they're very flamboyant. They've got their bright colours. So I love this scheme a lot. maybe I should be a Rams fan, I don't know. But great job, excellent edge highlighting as well. I love that you've color coded the bases. I've been playing these guys on Fumble recently, and I'm really enjoying the Nobility team. Really enjoying them. One win, one draw so far in our league, and it's coming along really cool. So Cooper, that team is looking really sharp. Nice. Only the other half of it to go. That's fantastic. What do we got here? Dustin, Paladin's back. Got basing started, took an extra half layer of Sterling Mud to fill the gap where it sank. Yeah, that happens. Masking tape is your friend if you've got some, or blue tack will do as well. Behind on the Frankenball, slowly but surely making progress. So this is Dustin's Necro team. We had a look at it a little bit earlier on, and some more. I love the ball tokens for this team. The Pumpkinhead, the Frankenball. They got some great rules in Spike 12 as well. That is brilliant stuff, Dustin. Pablo. Hey there, Ben. I know you love this model since you published the Fanath Dwarf team review. Absolutely. Troll Slayers are charismatic and unique positionals, and this one is superb. Have a nice week. Best regards, Pablo. I do love this miniature. It's got so much classic just boom to it. Absolutely awesome. Right. Love the gore, love the skull on the pitch, but I seriously love the tattoos. I mean, let's not overlook the eye here, but the tattoos are fantastic. One of our local guys, Sam Frenzy Garner, has been painting up some Savage Orcs, and he's been trying out some skills and some tattoo stuff. I don't know if he's got it looking this good. This is really cool, man. It's a wicked Dwarf Slayer, and awesome job on the orange as well, because that is vibrant as you like. Oh, that's where that picture went. There we go. Got a little bit out of sequence here. There we go. Do I have the other side? I don't have the other side. No. Oh well, I already wanted to show the other side off. But that is really cool, Pablo. Every time you guys do this, I just want to. I've got like a massive painting backlog of stuff I need to do, and the Fanath Dwarves are calling to me, and I know that Graham, our resident dwarf, is going to tell me off if I don't paint that Death Roller soon. Even though I've got the big chunky Death Roller here from Punga that I kind of want to get painted to go with all the other big guys. And right, anyway, next up we've got Jelly. Jelly is back. So Jelly is our kind of master painter of the show. He's the Orange King. Jelly, hey Ben, finished my Dwarf lineman and started my positionals. I thought the beards on the lineman were a pain, but turns out the positionals are even worse. Really hard to get in all the nooks and crannies behind them. The skull you noticed last time are on the base models. Haven't done any conversion work on these dudes. Oh, I don't remember skulls being on dwarves. Good job, dwarves. Did a hand swap on my Nurgle bloaters, but these monopose models make it really hard to do anything interesting with them, which is a shame. I think because it does take away a part of the creativity you could put into your models back in your day. We'll be soldiering on with these guys anyway and keep you posted. Safe greetings from the Netherlands, Jelly. So Jelly's been working on a dwarf team. It's gone with like a dark grey, black and gold edging element, and it's because of these guys in the background, Iron Warriors from 40k. So going ahead with the dwarves, I found the dwarves a little bit of a chore to paint. Sounds like Jelly's having some fun as well, but the team looks blooming lovely. Like really nice. The skill is there, but the paint scheme is really effective for dwarves. So we've seen the linemen, and let's see, can we get? I mean, they look really lovely. Great job varying up the beards as well. But this team is going to look fantastic, fully done. And here are the positionals, and yeah. It is a bit of a shame you can't do much conversion-wise to them. I'm not sure you can do anything conversion-wise to these guys. Fantastic. That's the Death Roller driver, I think, isn't it? No, the team looks lovely, and it will look fantastic when it's done. And at least you've got a couple of different heads for the Blitzers and the Slayers and stuff. So that is something. But yeah, the Games Workshop plastics can be really good. There's a couple that are just a bit samey. The Dwarf team is a bit samey, but hey, Dwarf teams are a bit samey. So love it. Jelly, I cannot wait to see you sort of chug along with that team, because it's going to look fantastic when it's done. Hey, we've got Sundered Psyche. G'day, Ben. My model this week isn't Blood Bowl related, but it's one of my Black Orcs haven't been finished yet. I've been painting up this Kroot in a suit as a gift for my friend. I love that. I thought it was going to be a Dr. Zeus story. Mr. Kroot wanted to join in with the crisis suit, so he modified an ambot and bolted on some extras. Mate, this is fantastic. So you go on ambot and chucked in a bunch of Tau stuff with it, like the Tau guns and stuff, and a little Kroot riding it. That is awesome. That is an awesome conversion and really lovely execution. I love this armor piece up here because it reminds me of the Kroot War Spheres. I love the scheme. I love the execution. Nice work on the barrels as well. I like this. This is really clever. I've got a box of those guys kicking around. And yeah, nice work, Sundered. Guys, I'm really sorry. I am going to have to wrap up the episode for this week because unfortunately I have got a couple of meetings now and I don't think I'm going to get time to upload and edit everything if I don't call it now for recording. So I'm really sorry. So if you haven't had your stuff featured, don't worry, it will go into next week's. Sorry to do this, but I have literally run out of time, which is gutting. It's a bit crazy at the moment. The Easter week just increases the volume of work and decreases the amount of time you have to do it in. Value. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for sharing everything you've been working on. If you want to share the stuff you're working on in the next week, drop us an email at theboneheadpodcast@gmail.com. It's so good to see what everyone's been working on, and I find it really inspiring and entirely distracting, which is fantastic. Anyway, I have to go, like now, and I will catch you again soon for more Blood Bowl content. Thanks for taking part. Thanks very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to support the show even further, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Or come and join us in our Patreon, link below, where you get early access to our content and monthly competitions. See you later.